Hello and welcome to the third tie of the quarterfinals of the Over the Bar Knockout Quiz Cup. We're joined by two of our key writers, McGarraghy and Matt Broadhurst. Paul, how are you feeling?
Not so bad, not so bad. Bit of pressure on. I didn't do too well in the round of 16. Only just scraped through, and I've just seen my mum knock out David Pearson. So the pressure's on for me to get through this.
I was gonna say, yeah, you can't let your mum, win it. So
no, no. Fair play to her if she does, but.
And Mark, how are you doing?
Yeah, to be honest, before the match, I was feeling pretty confident after watching Paul's first round, But now I'm feeling a little bit nervous. There's a lot of pressure on after Pearson losing. It's for whoever wins the OTB Key Writers title. So, it's like a mini final within a final.
I was going to say that's very true. And one thing I wanted to kind of pick up on is it was between kind of you two where Over the Bar started, 3 years ago nearly now?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I remember having the conversation in the Footage pub, I think it was. Yeah. And I remember Paul just kind of dropped. I think I was living in Russia at the time, right? And I think Paul just kind of said, hey, do you fancy because we always just pretty much talked about football for hours. So we thought we might as well kind of put some energy into something else more productive. So that's kind of how it started, really. Yeah.
And did you think, all those years later, you'd be sat here being grilled by me on your football knowledge?
Yeah, I would say no, to be honest with you. It's a bit of a grudge match now, really. It's a lot of pressure on this one. So,
I was gonna say, and Paul, you kind of you basically run the content of the website in the most part. Still enjoying it?
Day to day, it's all right. Could do a bit of help from some of the other key writers every now and then,
Oh, pressure.
Yeah, but it is rewarding, It's I wouldn't do it if it wasn't enjoyable. But others can pull the finger out a bit, if they wanted to.
And are you working on anything at the moment?
Yes, working on a piece today. Hopefully, have it out maybe tomorrow, Tuesday at the latest, on a promising young player in Spanish football.
And Mark, anything on the horizon for you?
Yeah, I said to myself before the tournament, I said, if I win this tournament, I'm going to get some articles out. So, Paul, you've got to let me win. Yeah.
There you go, Paul. If you want that help, you know what you got to do.
Yeah. I'm not going to do that, though. I'm not going to let you get away with anything.
Yeah. Well, no articles.
Lucky for you, I'm just not very knowledgeable.
So for anyone tuning in who hasn't seen how we kind of do this, basically it'll be run very similar to a kind of penalty shootout. We'll take it in turns to answer questions. There'll be 5 questions each, and whoever has the most correct answers will go through to the semi-final. If at the end of the 5 questions it's tied, we'll basically have a tiebreaker. So, to kick us off, we need to decide who's going first. So, Paul, would you like to call it?
I'll go tails.
It is tails. So, would you like to go first or second?
I can't remember if I went first or second in the round of 16, but I'll go second this time.
You'll go second this time. Okay, so Mark, going first. Your first question. Who was in charge of Millwall when they reached the FA Cup final in 2004?
Ooh, it's a good question, but I think there's one name that's coming to mind, and I think it's Dennis Wise.
And you're thinking right, it was Dennis Wise. Paul, your first question. Who was the manager who last guided Crystal Palace in the Premier League back in 2013?
2013. They've gone through a fair number of managers since then. Pardew took them to the FA Cup final. I remember him dancing at Wembley.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I might be wrong, but I think the manager that brought him up might have been Warnock.
It wasn't. It was Ian Holloway that time.
Oh, of course it was, yeah.
So, Mark, your second question. Who won the League One title in 2018/2019 season? So last season.
Okay, so I remember that Charlton went up through the playoffs, and then I know that I think there's two names in mind. I think was it Barnsley?
No, it was Luton Town.
Oh, I should have got that. Oh.
So, Paul, your second question. Who finished bottom of the Championship in the 18-19 season?
It's not Barnsley. They're in there now. Wasn't Bolton?
No, it was Ipswich.
Ipswich, yeah.
So, Mark, your third question. Who was the first Italian manager to win the Premier League?
I think we had a similar question yesterday, which mentioned the four. So I think the first one, I think they've all been in the 2010s, and I think the first one was actually Ancelotti with Chelsea.
It certainly was Carlo Ancelotti. Paul, your third question. Who is the youngest player to appear in the Premier League?
Oh, that lad, is it the lad that Liverpool have bought from Fulham? He's got a daft haircut, but I can't remember his name. Oh. Is it something? His surname's Willock or something like that, isn't it? I can't remember. He plays for Liverpool. They bought him from Fulham last summer, I think. Oh, I don't know his name.
It's Harvey Elliott.
Harvey Elliott, yeah. That's the same guy, but didn't get his name.
Unlucky that one.
So Mark, so after that, it's currently 2-0 to Mark after 3 questions each. Mark, your fourth question. Who got Derby County promoted? Or who led Derby County to promotion to the Premier League in 2007?
Wow. Yeah. Do you know, I even remember watching this game. I think it was I think it was I could even picture the guy. It was that little Scottish guy, but I can't remember his name. Yeah, I think he only managed like one season in the Premier League, and Jesus. I'm gonna have to pass, so I can't remember his name really.
Billy Davies.
Oh, yeah. I have the guy in my head, but I just couldn't get it out.
Paul, your fourth question. Barnsley have spent just one season in the Premier League, but who was their manager for that season?
I can't think of a single Barnsley manager. I don't know. No, we'll just say Warnock. It's not him, but
It was Danny Wilson.
Right, was it?
Yeah. So, Mark, your final question. Who stole a goal on the goal line on their England debut against Andorra in 2007?
Yeah, I remember this one actually. It's I think he was playing for Preston at the time in the Championship. It was Nugent, David Nugent. Yeah.
It certainly was David Nugent, yep. So just to round everything off, Paul, your fifth question. Which French winger won the PFA Players Player of the Year back in 1999?
99. I don't know. It's too late for. I'm not asked. Just pass.
Pass. It was David Ginola.
Right. Yeah.
So at the end of that, Mark, you go through to the semi-final, 3-0 win.
Well, yeah. Unlucky, Paul. Some of the questions were really tough there, to be honest.
For me, they were. Yeah.
I think for anyone.
There were about 3 of yours.
You shouldn't have gone second. You know that cost you the round. Yeah.
You lost it on a coin toss.
Yeah. People saying this about the coin toss. You know, you only know it if you know it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. Well, thank you both for joining us. And as always, if you want to follow any of the kind of articles that the guys are writing, you can do at www.otbfootball.net. And if you are doing so, you can follow us on Twitter at OverTheBarFB. Thank you once again, Paul and Mark, for joining us, and thank you for bringing Over the Bar together all those years ago.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks.
Cheers.
Hopefully you'll all join us for the next round. Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.
Good luck, Mark.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Paul.